We will come now.
What exactly you're doing here today?
Okay, I'm Senator Babafemi Ojudu. I represent the Ekiti Central District. I'm here this morning to solidarize with the women of Nigeria who are protesting the abduction of those more than 200 girls in Chibok. Yesterday, I picked up the story that the police commissioner in Abuja has banned the protest, and I said to myself, this must not be allowed to stand. I was originally scheduled to be in Sokoto this morning to address a conference of top civil servants. I had to call off, and I said I'm going to make a symbolic action this morning to solidarize with them. I think it is our right to protest. Our right to protest is guaranteed by the Constitution of this country, and it's also affirmed by several judgments or rulings by the highest courts in the land. Now, nobody, either a policeman or the president, has the right to abridge the right of Nigerians, their inalienable right to protest. And I want to say, and I'm bold to say it, that Jonathan today as president of Nigeria is a product of protests. I was there in 2010 3 times with Professor Yinka, Pastor Bakari, and several other patriotic Nigerians to protest so that the right of Jonathan as vice president of Nigeria to assume the position of acting president could be affirmed. We protested. We ensured that the constitution of the country, was enforced at that time. Why should he then now, just because he's president, decide to abridge our right to protest? Protest is a legitimate action all over the world. Anywhere in the world where there is democracy, protest is a legitimate action. That exactly is why I'm here today.
But do you realize that your action right now is kind of completely against the police order, and you could possibly be?
I'm saying that as a senator of the...
daring the police.
I'm daring the police. I'm saying that I'm a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I know the law and I know the implication of my actions. I'm saying that the Constitution of Nigeria, which is the ultimate law in Nigeria, affirms the right to protest. So what the man has done is illegal. He has committed an illegality. So his illegality must not be allowed to stand. We are not in a dictatorial regime. We are in a democratic regime, and we must all behave as Democrats. If we do allow this to stand, we are walking into a dictatorship. But it must not be allowed to stand. Nigerians have the right to protest. They have the right to say, to say things that they do not agree, to protest things they do not agree with. And they have the right, to let the world know that they are not happy with what has happened to those girls. Why should anybody in his right senses say that people should not complain that more than 200 girls have been taken away all these months, all these weeks rather, and somebody will come out and say, look, don't go and protest. If it had been their own daughter, their own children, would they have said nobody should protest? Why didn't Jonathan, as vice president in 2010, ask us not to come and protest in Abuja here? They actively encourage people to come to Abuja to come and protest, and we protested. It is now the turn of somebody else. You are now saying they cannot protest. So I'm saying that, I have the right under the law. So as every other Nigerian, apart from being a senator, every single Nigerian has the right to protest whatever action has been carried out by government that they do not agree with.
What message do you have for those women that have been protesting here, who have been consistently barred from accessing this venue?
I'm saying that they should come back and continue their protest. That the law protects them. The Constitution of Nigeria protects them. If people are checking out from protests, the blacks in America wouldn't find themselves where they are today. Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, all of them were brutalized. They were banned with one way or the other. Yeah, they insisted that they have that inalienable right And that is why if you don't struggle, there will be no victory. And that's why, as a senator, I'm leaving my comfort zone this morning to say, I want to solidarize with these women. I want to identify with them, and I want to show that what they are doing so far has been right and has been, a pride to many of us Nigerians. That for anybody to come and say that they should not protest is very wrong under the law, is wrong in morality, and it is unjust. It is unjust. If you think that they are in danger in any way, yours is to give them protection. If tomorrow you find out that the Senate is a danger, will you ban the Senate? If tomorrow you feel that the president is is endangered, will you ban the presidency? So to say that you are banning protests because the women are endangered, for me it is wrong. It's illogical and doesn't make sense. Only somebody who does not reason well we take such an action against innocent women who are concerned, women who are feeling, who are caring. And you just say, look, they should leave. So are you saying then that all of us should forget about those girls who are suffering every day?
Distinguished, let me permit me to ask you this question.
Yes.
It's possibly going to be the thinking of some people.
Right.
You are a member of the opposition.
Yes.
You are from APC.
Yes.
Somebody might interpret your action here today as a complete a political move, something you really want to just use, maybe sort of play to the gallery of
I'm not playing to the gallery. Was I playing to the gallery in 2010 when I came all the way from Lagos to protest that our constitution must be upheld? I didn't know Goodluck Jonathan then. I've never met him, but I knew that what was being done by depriving him the right under the law to act as vice president, and I came all the way without able to protest without anybody sponsoring me. Was I playing to the gallery then? Was I playing to the gallery between 1992 and 1998 when I was arrested 15 times and locked up by the Babangida Abacha regime? I spent 9 months in jail under Abacha. Was I playing to the gallery then? We are saying the right thing must be done at all times. Some of us fought for this democracy. Some of us suffered for this democracy. We cannot then sit in our comfort zone and allow people who did not then, to get us back to to that dark ages.
Will you join a bigger protest than this?
Of course, anytime. I'm ready now.
Distinguished, sir.
Yes.
The Minister of Information,
Yes.
Babafemi Ojudu, has accused he said the protesters were being sponsored by opposition.
Yes.
What do you want to say to that?
Does anybody need to sponsor this protest? Anybody who is a human being, any decent person, will be outraged by the abduction of more than 200 girls. Is APC sponsoring Obama's wife? Or all the groups across the world that are protesting today, are they all members of APC? Any right-thinking human being must be outraged and must do something about this situation. We must not allow ourselves to be cowed. We must not allow ourselves to be blackmailed. Whether I'm APC or no APC, I was not APC between 1992 and 1998, for God's sake. When constantly I was writing and protesting against military regime in Nigeria.
Okay, apart from this protest,
yes,
are you going to go further to ensure that order is vacated?
Of course, I'm going back to the Senate now. Tomorrow I'll probably come up with a motion or point of order to call attention to this thing that has happened. It is not right. It is not right. It's an affront on our constitution. We are a nation under law. We are a democracy, for God's sake. One person who does not know his law, who lacks a sense of outrage when something bad happens, cannot, take all of us for a ride. This man was in Rivers. He behaved in a way that made them take him out of the place. Now he's here. He's saying that people cannot protest. What are we then going to do? If people then are not allowed to protest, are they saying they should go and carry guns?
What call do you have on Mr. President? Who is possibly giving these orders to Mr. Mbu?
If it is Mr. President that is giving this order, the man should just cast his mind back just to a few years back, when he was himself under threat, when his right was being taken away from him, and Nigerians came from all over Nigeria to come to this Abuja to protest, to say that, look, this man has the right under our law, under our constitution, to assume the position of acting president of Nigeria. And that's how he got to where he is today. Why should you forget where you are coming from?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Comrade Eche Asuzu, I'm the coordinator of the Young Patriots.
This is a very known slogan. Why are you joining it at this time?
We have always been in this struggle. This is a struggle for the recovery of our humanity. Our humanity has been terribly bastardized in this country. where we are witnessing untoward events that have never been the case in Nigeria. I think it is high time that all men and women of goodwill should step out of their comfort zones, should step out of every kind of cocoon, and come out and say it loud and clear that we must have our dignity back. Our dignity has been dragged to the mud, and we must take it back. Nigeria belongs to all of us, and this democracy belongs to all of us. And we must be able to make that statement very eloquently and very clearly.
Do you realize you are daring the police?
The police was created to protect us. The police is supposed to be on the side of the law, and we are on the side of the law.
Once again, your name again.
My name is Comrade Asuzu.